Day 4. I got the courage to do something with this sink. It's technically day 5 because yesterday I didn't touch it at all. So in my mind's eye, from my point of view, all that plumber's putty is completely dried. All the silicone is completely sealed. I did do a test just straight into this bucket full of water. None of it got on the floor. I'm gonna do another test on camera. Okay, I'm getting nervous again. I'm doing my... Okay, why do I cover my entire face every time I get nervous and and scratch myself? Okay, stop. I feel like the dragon from Shrek, where she's like blowing fire and she's fierce and she's knocking down walls and she's clawing at them. And then she's Donkey and she's like, that's me. Okay, the end. I was able to, when I reconnected it, I was able to push the pipe just ever so slightly back towards the wall. And I know you might be thinking, I can't reach my pipes. That's not true, because these are the small quarter, so I can close and open them just fine back here. And these pipes, you know, are really small, so they're easy to access. All right, here we go. I'm gonna turn on the water. Maybe a little slower than that. I guess I should have had the towel down here. And I'm leaking. Right there. I clearly did not tighten it all the way. Okay. Takes a lot pipe. It did say tighten it with like by hand, but I always wonder if they mean like a plumber's hands versus little old me. Even though I have Amazon hands. Okay, I just tightened it even more. I have no idea how I had that much of a miss. I can't even budget now, so I'm gonna try again. The amount of water this cabinet has sustained. I can't believe I don't have damage yet. Okay, let's try it again. Wait, can't reach. There you go. No water from the ring, which is where it was leaking. I don't see any leak now. I don't feel any more water now. I think this pipe has gotten more loving from me than anyone has in a long time. Hello. Let's see. And I have not siliconed any of this down yet because I'm waiting for these pipes to not leak anymore. I'm even feeling this guy back here. Well, I can tell you this. There's no more water coming up from here, which is really, really good, because that's where it was leaking. And I guess I just needed to, I just needed to tighten these better when I first installed it. I don't know if that run for a little bit. Hopefully some of you have gotten to know me just a little bit better and how dark and dirty my humor can be. Almost as dirty as my butt was for a couple days. I'm just kidding. I think my butt's the cleanest part of my body because of my bidet. But yeah, thank goodness for that. And for bucket baths. Okay, I'm happy. Now there is one thing I didn't do that I think I should have done, and I don't know why. And I think it all because the sink configuration, I followed the instructions. I did not put Teflon tape on those. So maybe if I need to redo something here, then I'll do that at the same time. But so far, so good. No leaks. My plumber's putty is holding. Oh, I'm so happy. I could rub this pipe all night. I'm so happy. So I'm going to put my dehumidifier in here just for good measure if I don't drop it and spill it everywhere. Oops, sorry. I'm not a paid advertiser here. I'm just going to keep this in here to take up any moisture that could have fallen back there and hopefully push some of this, any dampness that may have fallen under the sink. I'm so disappointed. And if you don't hear from me about this vanity, that means that we're doing okay. And our next project is our kitchen. I have an update on the floors of the kitchen. I was watching an old video on when we first uncovered the ant colony and pulled out the hot water heater. And I noticed that at that time, those lines were in the floor. I think what happened was that we had our floor full of boxes for so long, and then I was doing the drywalling. I didn't pay attention, so that when I got that shop vac in there and cleaned it up really well, then you can see those lines again. I think it has more to do with the glue that was being used for the vinyl and for, you know, all the sprays and chemicals that we put down there for the bugs, and that may be why we were seeing that there. There was dampness at the time. So we're going to keep that dehumidifier on there. We're going to cut the hole in the floor, and we're going to have to try to move those wires, and we'll do an inspection at that time. After talking to a friend of mine today, they said just pull up all the floors and redo them, and I'm like, I can't. Cabinets are being delivered literally next Wednesday. Like a week from today, all of our kitchen cabinets come. I have to have that kitchen painted. And on the day that they arrive and we fit the cabinet and space it out and get it in, get the holes cut in there, that same day our plumber is going to be here, and he's also an electrician, and he's going to get those pipes and he's going to move those wires. And so I kind of have to deal with that this weekend. I don't know that it'll be as big of a deal as the bathroom was, because we won't be doing any of the plumbing ourselves. We're just going to be installing all the cabinets ourselves, which we've never done. And then you can see the really cool brick wallpaper that we got as well. This is probably the most boring video. And of course, you all know that I don't make these for entertainment purposes. The main reason I started all these videos, aside from the fun of making reels on social media, because I'm just a creative human being who likes to create, is because I don't like to tell the same story over and over. I don't want 10 people to ask me, how's it going, tell me about the house, and have me repeat my story. If I ever say, just check out the YouTube channel, it's not personal, I do not like to repeat myself. I'm sure it's deeply rooted in trauma from childhood, but there's something about having to repeat myself that makes me feel annoyed and unheard and stressed, and that's not my intention at all. I'm not trying to brush you off. When I make these videos and I'm looking right there at the camera, I'm seeing each and every one of your faces, your smiles, your laughter, and our memories. I'm looking at my best friends and my favorite aunt and my my neighbors and friends and family. And I just feel like I can imagine all of you just sitting in that little hole. And that's what's given me the courage to even get on camera. And all of you who know me and love me have seen me just like this over and over again in my lifetime. I am not polished. I love to dress up. I love to go out. I can be elegant. I know how to hold my fork and knife. I can do that. But the truth is, I'm just such a simple person. At the end of the day, I am much more into adventure and much more into learning new things and feeling useful and creative and feeling like I have a place in this world that means something. And can I just say, I have had to edit out myself licking my lips like 500 times out of every single video. And I know it's because I'm dehydrated, because I stopped drinking water for a couple of days knowing that we had the water turned off and I wouldn't be able to pee. And I am still recovering. And I have a million chapsticks, but I just licked my lips again. I'm gonna try to not do it anymore because it's kind of gross watching someone's tongue lick their... Have you watched people lick their lips? Okay, I'm not even holding a glass of wine and I'm already doing this. Licking your lips can look so gross, especially if you don't know the person. Not cool. Just wear chapstick and cover your face. The same thing with yawning. Okay, Edley's story time is over. Goodbye.